Commissioner Clark Coleman.
She's muted.
Unmute her. She doesn't realize she's muted. Commissioner Clark Coleman.
Here.
Commissioner Basham.
Here.
Commissioner Killeen.
Here.
Chair Scott.
Commissioner Scott present.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. We will call the order of meeting of Government Ops to order. Madam Clerk, will you call for the roll? For the minutes?
B, approve the March 11, 2020 meeting minutes.
So move.
It's moved by
Support by
Basham, supported by Commissioner Killeen. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposes? Hearing none, roll call attached. Next item.
C, old business. There is none.
Next item.
Item D1 under new business, a presentation by the Detroit Institute of Arts on its 2019 year-end report.
Okay, this will be on the DIA, their 2019 report. And is there someone here to give that report?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. This is Dave.
Good afternoon.
This is Dave Flynn, Senior Vice President for Public and Community Affairs. And I'll tee up the conversation. And with us from the DIA is our CEO and Director, Salvador Solort Pons, Christine Klostra from Marketing and Communications, and Julie McFarland from Public Affairs. Also with us would be our Deputy Director, Judith Dolkart, who Salvador will introduce later in the presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank everyone for being here.
We're proud to be in front of the Wayne County Government Operations Committee and want to congratulate the newest member, Commissioner Kniezek, who I don't believe was on the commission last time we presented.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
With that said, you know, for the past 2 or 3 years under the leadership of Salvador, we've been working extremely hard to go out to listen to residents, to learn what's relevant to them, what's impactful, what actually connects them to the museum, whether it's in the walls or out in the community. And we don't speculate on what people want from the museum. We hear it from them, and we try to offer diverse exhibitions and programs, so there's something for somebody at the museum. There's something for everybody at the museum. And because of that hard work and that research and the focus groups, 2019 was our best year in all the categories that we had in terms of attendance and schools and seniors and community partnerships. And so I'll run through that presentation now. Can everybody?
Why do you think it was the best year?
Because, you know, we built up and we ramped up our efforts to actually be relevant in the inside the museum and outside the museum. And we made sure that we tied up the awareness gap where more people understood what they could utilize through this millage. I mean, free admission, free school field trips for kids with transportation, free senior group trips. We do murals and inside out in the community. And we told that story better, and we told it more often so people actually utilize our services more.
Very good. Thank you so much. All right, now I'll let you go on with your presentation.
So, excuse me for a minute. This is Julie. Pamela, I sent you a PowerPoint, so I don't have the ability to share my screen, but that's the presentation that we'd like to have up now.
Is Pamela on?
Let me check, Julie.
Okay.
Did you see it? Let me check.
The PowerPoint slides are up if anybody can see them.
No, I think what you have up is like the Word document, which is sort of a longer, it's like a 27-page narrative. I also sent
This is a
PowerPoint. No, this is a PDF of a Word document. So if it's easier, if you can give me the ability to share my screen, I can pull it up. Or if you pull up my old email, you'll see a PowerPoint presentation in there.
I'm not sure how I would be able to give you the ability to share your screen. One second.
Real.
Okay.
While they try to figure that out, I can just run through some of the quick numbers and we can move forward.
Thank you, Dave.
In terms of free admission in 2019, in 2017, you had 126,000 people. In 2018, you had 137,000 people. And in 2019, you had 174,000 visits. So we increased that significantly. Almost 30,000 more residents took advantage of free admission. And that doesn't include the 18,000 residents who came to our world-class Detroit Film Theater, bringing that up to a total of 191,000. We know that the most cherished program that we have for any demographic in all 3 counties is our school program, which is on slide 3 of the PowerPoint that's now on your screen. And, you know, we work with teachers and we have advisory groups to listen to what kind of curriculum and field trips would be impactful and go to that core curriculum. And last year we hit a record number of 41,300 students that came to the museum. That's up from 34,000 the year before. So we had almost 7,000 more students in Wayne County that came down, and we break that down to 20,000, pretty much evenly. 700 are from the city of Detroit and 20,700 are pretty much from outside the city of Detroit. So that equals that 41,000 number. What we also do is we want to be relevant in schools, not just for when kids come to the museum, but we offer professional development for teachers that counts towards their recertification. And last year we had 714 Wayne County educators come down to the museum, or we came to them and provided that teacher PD. And so obviously on slide 4, you can see the investment that we've had, and we've met and exceeded those goals year after year in Wayne County. And on page 5, you can see the significant increase of students, on page 4, I'm sorry, that came down to the museum on free field trips with busing. The other program that we offer every Thursday for people over 55 are group bus trips down to the museum. We offer different tours, we offer film, we offer lectures, we offer this year, which is bingo, which has been very popular amongst our seniors, and other activities, art making alike, that they can do with their groups and others throughout the Tri-Counties. And we follow that with a cookie and coffee reception. We've expanded those offerings to go out to senior organizations, and it's called Behind the Scenes, because we know every senior can't come down to the museum. And last year we had 76 behind the scene talks in Wayne County. We hit the record number of senior groups in 2019 with over 103 that came down to the museum. And that's up from 61 in 2017, 97 in 2018, and 103 in 2019. And last but not least, in our millage agreements and our service agreements with the county are community partnerships, where we work with local nonprofit organizations, and our Inside Out program, where we put reproductions out in the communities. And I think we had the most exciting year in terms of what we've done for community partnerships. We're at the airport in the North Terminal. We're going to be at every Secretary of State branch in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County with 2 or 3 reproductions where people can look at them and learn a little bit about art while they sit and wait for whatever they need at the Secretary of State's office. And you can see where we were last year and in the summer for Belle Isle and the Detroit Riverwalk and the Twinder Cut and the North Terminal and Secretary of State's offices. We're looking forward to putting up our new edition as soon as we can of Inside Out throughout Wayne County. We hope that will be up sometime in June and go through October. We're proud to announce that we created a 3-year agreement with Wayne Community College District where we're going to have programming and bring people down to the museum at each one of their campuses, which is very exciting. And we announced that partnership late last fall with the signing with Dr. Ivory and his team. We've exceeded our goal of $300,000 for our community partnership, which we're proud to announce that. And last but not least, on page 10, we have our community engagement report where we put this in a nice brochure that we put in libraries, senior centers, rec centers, let people know what we did, but also let them know how they can access our services. We usually print this, but right now we're looking to do a mass distribution electronically. And all of you will receive this, and hopefully you can pass it along to your networks and post it on your social media sites so people can see that the residents of Wayne County got a return on their investment. And before I pass it along to the director, I want to thank all the county commissioners and the Art Authority members and the real supporters throughout the entire county that helped us pass a millage renewal. We won in every single county. In 2012, we won with 68%, and we won with 76% in 2020. It took hundreds, if not thousands, of hardworking volunteers and people who helped us make that happen. And we especially want to thank the Board of Commissioners, the executive, and the Art Authority members who have been supportive from the beginning in Wayne County. And so with that, I'm happy to answer any questions before Salvador takes over the presentation.
Anyone wishing to ask some questions at this time? I can't see you, so speak up if you do. All right.
Madam Chair, Colleen. Madam Chair, I'm sorry,
thank you,
Colleen.
Commissioner Colleen.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Madam Chair. Before our director begins, I just want to comment. I'm on the Wayne County Arts Authority Board. I vice chair it. If it's possible to put up for everybody to see who the members are of the Wayne County Arts Authority. But as we talk about the community engagement, the Arts Authority Board has vigorous discussions, I would say, with the DIA in terms of community outreach around Wayne County with suggestions and that sort of thing. I will also comment that because of the corona and closing down the DIA for a while, the community engagement that's being referred to here, in the agreement that we have with the DIA, we require a certain amount of spending for senior trips, for school trips, and also for the professional development and curriculum development of teachers. The DIA has exceeded those goals consistently in terms of the spending of the public dollars. And also, since things might change here a little bit, the Arts Authority Board is in discussions with the DIA in terms of hitting those goals for the current fiscal year, that there may be some additional programming or some other things that we need to do with the library, with the DIA closed. Of course, we're not going to have the seniors coming down on bus trips and the students coming in on bus trips. So we're going to be looking at alternate ways for the DIA in the current year here to fulfill those obligations under the contract, the service agreement that we have with them. So before the director started, I just wanted people with that background. And if there is a way to show everybody who the Arts Authority Board is in Wayne County, hopefully we can do that as well. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Oh, thank you so much, Tim, for that information. And so now we can have Mr. Salvador.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Commissioner Colleen, for your remarks. It's been a great collaborative teamwork, what we have experienced with the Arts Authority in Wayne County over the last years, and I know the Arts Authority will continue supporting the museum during these very hard times, and they are doing that, and we're going to figure out how to continue serving our Wayne County residents at the highest the highest quality of services and programs for the seniors, the schools, and the residents at large. I want to thank Dave Lynn for leading our millage renewal. It's been a great success for the community, and the commission, the Arts Authority, and many, many other members of the Wayne County community have been very supportive, and we're just very grateful for this renewal. I want to thank Julie McFarland for putting together the presentation. She is our data collector, a specialist in the museum, and many, many other things. And she's able to translate into numbers and to images and into facts the great work that the entire DIA does and make us look good. So it was a fantastic year as we presented 2019. We invested lots of resources. We had wonderful relationships with the community. And I think we provided a service that is unique across the country, a service to the residents of Wayne County. I also want to take the opportunity to introduce our new deputy director. I don't know if she was able to be on the call, Judith Dalcard.
I'm here, Salvador.
Hi, Judith. Thanks for joining us. She is going to be in charge of all our curatorial work, our education work, and our programs work in the museum, in aligning it in a way that serves our Wayne County Art Service Agreement in the best possible fashion. She was a curator in Brooklyn Museum a number of years ago where I met her, and then she became deputy director of the Barnes Foundation in Philadelphia, and later became director of the Addison Gallery at Andover, where she was overseeing one of the most important collections of American art, and was involved in the work that this very famous and wonderful high school was doing for the students. So she really had all the elements and skills that we wanted for a deputy director. So she's joined the team, and she will be in our meetings moving forward. And I said, aligning the work that relates to the arts in the museum, education, and programs for our residents in Wayne County. The museum has been closed since March 13. During this time, we have been following the guidance of the governor and also the advice of the medical authorities and CDC. And right now, we are following the stay safe, stay home order issued by the governor that is extended until May 28th, and we will be closed until then. We have adjusted our exhibition schedule. We had a wonderful Van Gogh exhibition scheduled for this summer, and we have rescheduled for 2022. I have to say that we were able to secure the sponsors for the show, and also many of the loans that were secured or were promised to the exhibition. And I think 2022 will be a great time to do this exhibition as well, because it is the anniversary, the 100-year anniversary of the acquisition of a painting by Van Gogh by the DIA. And I just want to remind everyone that the DIA is the first museum in the country to buy a painting by Van Gogh. So it will be a great celebration. We have also delayed our car design exhibition, and it will be open now in mid-November. It will be taking place in one of our contemporary galleries, and in some of our contemporary galleries, and it will be open for over 9 months, so the visitors will have the opportunity to come see the exhibition whenever they can, you know, continuing to have making sure that we have social distance measures and all the safety measurements that we're going to implement in our galleries, so the visitors come to the DIA in a safe fashion. This exhibition is very expensive, but we were able to secure the sponsorships for it, and it will be free for the residents of Wayne County. All our programming right now is canceled through the end of June. We are shifting to virtual programming. So we are now creating through our website and online experiences, creating programs for our schools, for our seniors, and continue to work with our community partners to create as well virtual opportunities for the residents of Wayne County to continue enjoying the DIA. We anticipate that this is going to take, these virtual offerings are going to be in place for a while, as there is still a lot of uncertainty on what's going to be happening with the virus. And we don't really know for how long the museum will be closed and if the schools will be open and if there will be field trips or not. So still lots of things moving as we continue to manage this very dynamic crisis. In any way, we are thinking of how we will reopen in the future whenever the time comes, and how we're going to face this opening. And we are working with local organizations in our neighborhood, with the institutions in the cultural district. We're working closely with the Charles Wright, the Detroit Historical Museum, the Science Center, the library, CCS, the Scarra Club. And we are coordinating joint reopening. We don't know when, but we are thinking on those terms. We have engaged and hired an organization called National Safety Foundation that will help us coordinate our efforts for reopening, creating policies for the staff and visitors, also advising our teams in operations, as well as helping communicate with the public. We are working with Midtown Inc. on this, and we will, before we open the museum, obviously we'll take all the precautions that are necessary. I'm also in touch, since the museum, the DIA, is one of the best museums in the country. I am in touch every Wednesday with colleagues, directors of other museums around the United States, and we're just learning from other museums' experiences, what they are doing. So this is also a great opportunity for us to collect information that will help inform the way we will be reopening the museum, first to the staff and later to the visitors. I just want to emphasize that here, whatever decisions that we make, we will be following the guidance of the governor, and we will be following the advice of the medical authorities before we do anything. And I just want to emphasize as well that our priority is to protect the staff, the collection, and our priority is to fulfill our commitment with the residents of Oakland, Wayne County as it pertains to our service agreements. With that, I want to thank again the Commission for letting me speak today and have our team present our very amazing, very extraordinary results of 2019. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salvador. Are there any questions from the committee? Any questions from the committee for Mr. Salvador? All right, if it's possible to let us know, put up all the people that serves on the DIA board that Colleen mentioned, if that is possible today.
Madam Chair, can we email you that list and the committee later today?
Oh, okay, that will be just great. Thank you so much. Is there any questions for Dave? If there's none for Mr. Salvador. Any questions? Well, is there anything else, Dave?
No, just we can't wait to be able to open the museum and provide the services that we've become really efficient at in terms of schools, seniors, and families.
Okay. Well, let me thank you all for bringing this presentation today. We are just so grateful that all the hard work that we all put into it, that there's so many more people now visiting the museum, and just hopefully, and I'm so glad that you're thinking ahead on how, no matter how this comes out, that you'll be able to work with these groups, these two organizations that you're going to hire to help you through this. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
E, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I don't know of any. Next item.
Public comments.
Is there anyone from the public that would wish to make some comments on this issue? The DIA that has done so much for this community. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak? Or let me just ask again, anyone on the committee would like to say something? Any members on the committee would like to speak? Hearing none. And if the public would like to make any comments, post any comments, feel free to do so. Thank you. And Madam Clerk?
Really quick before we adjourn, I have the list of the Arts Institute Authority members.
Okay. Did you want to put that up?
1 second.
Colleen, Madam Chair?
Yes, Commissioner Colleen?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to comment for folks. It's a 9-member board. 6 are appointed by, names are put forth by the Wayne County Commission. 3 are put forward by the county executive, and the Wayne County Commission approves all 9 members on that board. So I just want people to have that information too. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you for posting that. Can everybody see the committee members? Elizabeth Mizuraka, Tim Colleen, Lolita Haley, Maria Lambert, Dover Lee Cotton, Hubert Massey, Barbara Rogel Miller, that fantastic attorney, Gloria Ross, and Renita C. Seals. Thank you so much for posting that.
No problem.
Okay. Next item.
Adjournment.
So moved.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner
Clark.
Clark Coleman. Supported by who?
Support, Basham.
Supported by Basham. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposes? Hearing none. We are adjourned. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.